would you say is more dangerous, the Taliban or Texas Republicans?
I would say both.
GOP is a hell of a lot more dangerous than the Taliban.
All right.
Do I think they're equal in their hatred and control over women? Yes.
This is Mary Margaret Olahan with the Daily Caller News Foundation. We're out here in Washington, D.C. at the Women's March, where we're going to be asking people what they think of Texas's new abortion law and who's more dangerous, the Taliban or Texas Republicans. Let's go see what they have to say.
Thousands of protesters marched at rallies across the country today, decrying Texas's tough new restrictions on most abortions. The biggest march was in Washington, D.C., where demonstrators headed straight to
Rights issues. Who would you say is more dangerous, the Taliban or Texas Republicans?
Texas Republicans, because this is our country.
Texas Republicans.
Oh, okay.
Every day.
You know, the Taliban's oppressive to women, and this Texas law is absolutely oppressive to women.
Right now, the Texas Republicans are right up there with them.
Which would you say is worse, the Taliban or the Texas Republicans?
The Taliban, but the Texas Republicans are a really close second.
All these abortion restrictions in Texas, that's equivalent to the Taliban's restrictions over in the Middle East?
When it comes to sexuality, yes, and lack of freedom, yes.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear. The Taliban makes decisions for women. Also in Texas, they also make decisions for women. It's their body, it's their choice.
I think anytime you have people who don't have ovaries legislating on them, why wouldn't that be a fair comparison?
They're both dangerous. I mean, they're dangerous in their own ways. They're both dangerous to women in particular, but I don't think there's more or less. I don't want to compare women's challenges.
That's really interesting because I see a lot of people like not hesitating to compare them. That's more a nuanced response.
Yeah, I don't think it's comparable. I'm not a woman in Afghanistan. I don't think I can speak to that.
Texas's new abortion law, which says if a doctor knowingly aborts a baby with a heartbeat, that doctor can be sued. What do you think of that?
I think that's bullshit.
The decision to abort should be between a woman and her doctor and not the government.
Yeah.
I don't think that's right because you're not considered dead until your brain's dead.
Anti-abortion is strictly about controlling women, and I don't want to see that done.
Do you have an opinion on whether abortion be banned at any point?
No.
It's our bodies, our choice.
So I'm a mom of 4.
Okay.
And in July, I found out I was pregnant with my 5th child.
At 6 weeks, it's just a cluster of cells.
I don't want any more kids. So I found out after 6 weeks and I got an abortion.
What if it has a heartbeat? What do you think about that?
What is a heartbeat?
If I was in Texas, for one, I wouldn't have been able to. And 2, with my health risks, I would have died.
I don't think a heartbeat is the one sole thing that creates a person.
If you cut off my reproductive choice, can I cut off yours? Wow.
The abortion movement embraces the slogan, "My body, my choice." But does that apply to vaccine mandates?
I think that that's a very difficult question to answer.
I'm a healthcare worker.
Okay.
I think we should all be vaccinated. It's a pandemic. 700,000 people in America have died from it. Just get the damn shots.
The lines of where this issue affects other people they're different.
A lot of Republicans would make the argument probably, well, I believe a unborn baby is a person, so it's affecting other people in that area. What would you tell them there?
Yeah, I'm rather uninterested in the like where a fetus becomes a person.
Okay.
I'm uninterested in that.
Okay.
For me, it's really about bodily autonomy.
They don't believe that we should have this choice. So why should they have that choice?
I feel that if you are in a certain field and you're being required to get the vaccine, either get it or quit.
So I work for a school system. I'm glad that my vaccine is mandated and those who work around me are vaccinated as well, because we work with children who are not vaccinated. So we're trying to keep everyone safe by doing our part.
As a Black person in this country, you know, there's a long history of, experimentation on Black people's bodies, right? The Tuskegee experiment, they tested syphilis drugs on Black people. That doesn't mean, I'm anti-vax or some shit, because obviously I got the damn vaccine.